Hello, my name is Curran and I'm the Executive Director of the Hartford Artisans Weaving Centre. The Weaving Centre is situated at 40 Woodland Street in Hartford and has been here since 2008. The Artisans program is a program designed for those with low or no vision and those over the age of 55. So we're a program for seniors and for people without vision. We found that there was a real need for a program like this because this is a population of people that is often overlooked. And this is a place where they can come and not only learn a skill, but also have the companionship of being with a group of people. So they build a lot of friendships here. So from that aspect, this program I think is one that is needed. One of the things we do is we teach anybody who wants to be an artisan how to weave. So people come to this program with no knowledge of the craft at all, but just an interest in learning. And so over time, they learn. This is not a skill that is picked up in a week or two, it takes time. Some of our weavers, pick up how to do this much more quickly than others. And so each weaver has a loom that they work on, and each loom has a different project, and the project is designed to suit that particular weaver and their skill level. One of our objectives is to teach our artisans weaving. And so every year we have been doing a project where everybody has to learn a new technique. We have been very fortunate in getting grants from the Greater Hartford Arts Council, who have helped fund this project by, supplying the materials that we need. And each year we choose something completely different. And this year the project we chose was Let's Weave Overshot. Overshot is a particularly traditional kind of weave structure that was used a lot for coverlet weaving and is often thought of as being kind of an early American weave, because although it originated in European countries as a structure, it became very, very popular here and was widely developed in Pennsylvania and in New England. So what we did was we looked at some of those old structures, but looked at how we could give them a more contemporary look. So in addition to weaving very traditional patterns, we also kind of updated some of them, combined them. Some of the drafts, instead of being woven in a traditional way, I turned the draft and they wove them as turned drafts, which meant that what would be the weft threads became the warp threads. And I think from the range of work in the library, we have a very good representation of contemporary interpretation of overshot. In the exhibit in the library, Virginia wove several pieces that are turned overshot. And with these pieces, a fairly complicated pattern is achieved, but it is woven using one shuttle because all the pattern has already been placed in the warp threads. So the weft is just creating the main structure that holds it together. In addition to our artisans learning new projects, of course we are busy weaving things for sale, because one of the ways that the program is funded is by selling the work that the artisans produce. There are sort of several levels to being an artisan. First of all, an artisan makes a commitment to come to the program at least once a week. They also, once they become an artisan, they are given a loom to weave on, which is their loom. And everything that they weave, well, If somebody really wants to keep the piece they weave, of course they can, but more or less everything they weave is for the center, because their weaving is sold in order to raise money to help run the center. The weaving that is sold probably produces about 50% of our income here, and the rest of the funding comes from donations and grants that we receive. But we work very hard to try and make ourselves as self-sustaining as we possibly can. Unfortunately, weaving is a very, there's a lot of stages involved in producing a piece of weaving, so it's not a quick project ever to weave something. So here we have samples of some of the things we do. This actually is another piece kind of similar to a piece that is in the library show. This is actually a turned overshot piece. But once the pieces come off the loom, they then have to be finished, and everything gets, you know, a nice fringe on the end, twisting and so on. We obviously have to market our pieces, so we welcome people to come by 40 Woodland Street whenever they're looking for a gift. But also we weave for other people. One of our customers or clients is Northlight Fiber over on Block Island. And with them, they send us yarns and we weave the pieces and then we return them to Block Island. And it's a very win-win for us because they pay us for every piece we weave for them. One of the things we do is we do pay our artisans a small amount for every piece of weaving that they do. And this is kind of an important aspect, I feel, to this program, because a lot of the weavers we have, obviously if you have no vision, it can become difficult to hold a regular job, whereas here they're able to come and make something that really is an excellent piece of work and also get paid for doing it. To learn more about the Weaving Centre, visit us at weavingcentre.org.